Hey guys, LovelyMuze here, and welcome to part 2 of my opinionated analysis video on the K-pop industry at Boy. The first video I did focused on my own interpretation of what I believe an it boy in K-pop is, and also why I believe Boo Seungkwan fits that role. And now this video is going to be focusing on why his popularity in South Korea seems to be downplayed a lot by international fans. Despite constant proofs and evidence of his popularity. Boo Seungkwan's popularity amongst Korean youths and even the general Korean public is very much understated and underestimated by the K-pop community, and more importantly by the international K-pop community. However, this does not apply to just Seungkwan, but 17 as a whole. Time and time again, I always see other fans of other groups, always downplaying 17's existence and accomplishments, just so they can make their own group look better. People need to realize that both BTS and Blackpink's success and popularity are an anomaly. A once-in-a-lifetime occurrence, and you can't expect any other K-pop group to be capable of reaching or replicating it. However, 17, and even Twice are two groups that people cannot, and should not deny, both in terms of their popularity and achievements. When will people realize that 17 is actually very popular, and their popularity is still growing? They haven't reached their peak in terms of both popularity and their careers, yet people still have the audacity to still question them because they aren't at the level of BTS. Can I remind you that this is the same 17 who has won 2 government awards, and their upcoming 9th mini-album called Ataka just reached over 1 million pre-orders in just a single day. But yet without a doubt, I will still see people trying to downplay their popularity. And to be honest, I blame both the company and the fans for this. In other words, there are 2 reasons that I am going to lay out for why Boo Seungkwan's popularity and 17's popularity as a whole keeps getting understated and challenged so often. The first reason has to do with the company and how they market the group, while the second reason has to do with carrots. As the title of the first reason states, OT13 is in fact a double-edged sword, in that despite how well-balanced the members' popularity is, within and outside the fandom, and despite how well popular 17 is as a group to the general public, it seems to me that Pledis constantly disapproving of the members getting bigger than the group is what is preventing them from properly having some sort of stable recognition, or a stable career outside of the group as individuals. I remember reading a Reddit post that stated how once the group does finally disband, the only members who would still have somewhat of a career would be Woozi, Mingyu, the China Line, and Seungkwan. And when I actually sat back and thought about it, it really sunk in that no other member really has a presence as individuals outside of the name 17. Sure, Mingyu and Seungkwan and the China Line get schedules outside of the group activities, but Pledis only ever approves or and allows them to attend those schedules in order to promote the group. Remember when I said that Seungkwan appears in so many variety shows, but always uses the opportunity to promote the group when he could easily just promote himself? Don't get me wrong, the members have all had moments where one member blew up and trended. However, it never transforms into them gaining more popularity, and when it does, it is usually short-term. Because Pledis for some reason doesn't know how to market the members as individuals, and take the opportunity to promote them when they do blow up or trend. Let's not forget that Pledis Entertainment is the same company that doesn't know how to properly manage or market their groups, to the point that their groups have to be the ones marketing and managing themselves. So I guess it is pretty understandable that they wouldn't know how to market or manage an individual artist. I mean, just take a look at the solo artists that they do have under their company. How many of them can you truly and confidently say have a presence or good standing popularity? Can you even name more than 2 solo artists under Pledis Entertainment, without searching their names up? Let's also not forget that Pledis does not accept brand deal offers for the individual members, and only accept brand deal catered to the groups as a whole, which is why the members' individual brand reputation is so low or non-existent. This is also despite how difficult and reluctant brands are in wanting to work with large groups, due to the amount of money they would have to pay them. People forget that brand deals are like sponsors. They come offering payments or deals to celebrities, in exchange for them to promote their products. Remember when I said that after Seungkwan's El Korea interview, Pledis had stated that he has been getting love calls from those brands he listed in his interview, wanting to work with him. But according to Pledis, they had rejected it on his behalf, because according to Pledis, Seungkwan stated that 17 comes first. This is the same company that allegedly didn't allow June to accept the offer from Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton had asked June to be one of their ambassadors for their brand, and Pledis rejected it. Same goes for Wonwoo. He had apparently received an offer years ago to be a lead in a K-drama, and Pledis had rejected it. I was genuinely shocked that they even allowed DK to perform in a musical. But seeing the lack of promotions he received from the company, it now makes sense. I don't have an issue with OT13 as I do believe it works well, especially when you are trying to build a strong bond amongst the members, within the group. It is most likely one of the reasons why all the members resigned with the company. However, I can't help but think long-term, and for their careers as individuals. Furthermore, this is also one of the reasons why whenever discussions arise amongst the K-pop community about rankings, whether it be vocal rankings or dancing, you never see or hear any of the 17 members' names. Because, despite how popular the group is, the members themselves aren't that well known, except for Seungkwan. This is not to make it seem like Pledis is evil or bad for this, because they are certainly not the only company that does this. I believe JYP does this too with Twice, and it might be due to them wanting to prevent another Miss A situation. But I can't help but wonder what will happen once the members of Twice all decide to finally disband. Where will the members all end up? Now don't get me wrong, I will always prefer a fandom who is quiet and humble, over a toxic fandom any day. However, even in the context of their popularity, I can't help but want Carrots to be more outspoken about 17's accomplishments, recognition, and popularity. Like 17 just won their second government award, an award much higher than a Daesung. They just got over 1 million pre-orders for an album that isn't even out yet. I should be seeing these achievements trending on Twitter, instead of having to manually type it in on the search bar. I would have never known about their second award, had I not manually searched up their name on Twitter. I remember going on Twitter, and seeing the name words Boo is pregnant, thinking it was about Boo Seungkwan, only to find out it was Momo's dog. Seungkwan's Hey Mama cover is still trending on TikTok, but I barely see any Carrots actually bragging about it and making a big deal about it, for the sake of just giving Seungkwan more exposure. This is the one time where I want a fandom to make a big deal out of the smallest things, and we can't even do that. I get it, a fandom is a reflection of the idol, and 17 has told us countless times, to stay humble and never fight. But come on guys, brag a little. We are always complaining about how 17 is underappreciated and overlooked within the K-pop community, but never take the time to think and ask why that actually is. Luna was able to make their name known in the K-pop community from the very start of their careers, because their fans were non-stop plugging their names under every post they could find, writing Stan Luna. The reason why other fandoms feel so comfortable coming after 17, and constantly belittling or challenging their popularity, is because we are never actually loud about their popularity when we need to be. I am not saying for us to get rid of our humbleness, all I am saying is that it is okay to brag once in a while. Especially if it's for the sake of keeping the name 17, and the members' names relevant. Well, this brings me to the end of this video. I want you guys to remember that what is being stated is simply just my own opinion, derived from my own research that I have done. Everyone at the end of the day, is allowed to declare and title any idol they want, as it boy. However, all I ask is for you to really think about the reason for why you have chosen them as your it boy. Anyways, this has been LovelyMuze, see you next time.